Who do you know that has destroyed their relationships in their lives because of a problem with drugs or alcohol? Well, my father was one of those people. When I was 17 years old, he went to rehab for 30 days after decades of drinking and spent almost $30,000 of the family's money for this treatment program. Unfortunately, that broke up the family and we all ended up having to move in different places, and I was the unfortunate one that ended back up with my father while the rest of my siblings moved in with my mother. After hearing from me today, I hope that I can convince you why free rehab or rehab in general is a good idea for everybody to have access to. Why is this important? Basically to strengthen bonds within the family unit and strengthen relationships in the workplace for productivity. Now, why do people start using drugs or alcohol in the first place? Well, one, they're exposed to it at a young age quite often. They see their friends and family doing it, or maybe because they go through a traumatic experience like a death in the family or the end of a personal relationship that just breaks them apart, and they use drugs and alcohol to cope with it. Now, what causes dependency? Long-time casual usage that spirals out of control is one reason. Also, chemical reactions in the body, because your brain cannot function without the chemical you're addicted to after a certain amount of time, and it causes a lot of health problems. Now, what are the negative effects of chemical dependency? Definitely volatile relationships with your friends and coworkers and your family, of course. Health and mental problems can occur and probably will, and especially financial losses as well, because drugs and alcohol are not cheap and you can drain through your funds very quickly if you're addicted. Now, what are some solutions and alternatives to drug and alcohol addiction? Trying to gradually cut back as you quit can help. Use a little bit less every day until you finally stop. That'll help your body cope with the changes in the chemicals in your body. Also, getting exercise and changing your diet to be more healthy, getting the vitamins your body needs, because the drugs and alcohol probably put an imbalance in your system. And rehab programs or psychiatric therapy are also very important. Now, why is rehab so important? According to an article called Drug Relapse on drugabuse.com, recent drug relapse statistics show that more than 85% of individuals relapse within their first year of treatment. Now, imagine if you didn't have treatment, that percentage actually goes a lot higher. So that's one of the reasons why it's very important to seek help if you have this issue. Long-term treatment is often necessary for people in order to prevent them from relapsing once, twice, or even more throughout their lifetimes. This is why some people seek treatment for the rest of their life, even after they quit. Now, in conclusion, let's review the main points. 1, people tend to start to use when they are exposed to drugs and alcohol at a young age. Usage, even if it's casual, can lead to many problems, including death. That's important. Rehab and other treatment programs are important to help quit and prevent relapse. Now, my concluding statement is that quality of life can improve drastically if you quit using, and success and happiness are always in reach. One thing you can do to motivate yourself to quit is to focus on something, like turning in your homework on time. That's sometimes one of the most satisfactory things you can do in life. And I hope you've enjoyed this speech. Thank you, and see you next time.